Imagine this. No loud washing machines humming, no costly detergents, no sky-high energy bills. Yet every single item of clothing comes out spotless, fresh, and perfectly crisp. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Well, not for the Amish. They've cracked the laundry code, and it's not just about being frugal. It's about turning laundry day into a smooth, well-oiled machine. And get this, their methods are so clever and efficient that you'll find yourself questioning why we're all still stuck in the cycle of noisy, power-hungry appliances. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be rethinking your entire laundry routine, and maybe even swapping out your fancy washer for a few Amish-inspired tricks that'll save you time, energy, and a lot of cash. Ready to dive in? Let's go! The tools of the trade. Let's dive into the Amish laundry toolkit, where simplicity meets genius. At the heart of every Amish laundry setup is the mighty wringer washer. Now, if you've never seen one of these bad boys, picture an old-school contraption that's equal parts nostalgia and practicality. It's got a hand-cranked roller at the top, which agitates the clothes, scrubbing them clean with a gentle but effective motion. When the clothes are washed, they get fed through the rollers, squeezing out all that excess water like magic. Sure, the wringer washer looks like something straight out of a history book, but don't let that fool you. This thing is built like a tank. It can handle everything from delicate linens to those muddy work pants that have seen one too many farm days. And here's the kicker. Because it's mechanical, you don't need to worry about it breaking down or costing you a fortune in repairs. No wires, no motor, just your muscle and a little crank action. It's a piece of equipment that gets the job done with no fuss, no mess. And if it does need a little TLC, it's so simple that even the kids can help maintain it. Now let's talk about the OG of stain removal, the washboard. This thing might look like an artifact you'd find in a museum, but it's shockingly effective. Made from wood and ribbed metal, the washboard is like the secret weapon for anyone trying to get stubborn stains out without resorting to harsh chemicals or fancy products. Want to get rid of that grass stain or spilled coffee? A few scrubs with some homemade soap on the washboard, and you're good to go. The friction between the ridges helps lift dirt and grime out of fabrics. And it's not just for heavy-duty stains. It works on everything, from your favorite shirt to those baby clothes that get absolutely destroyed by food. You'll be amazed at how well this simple tool works. Then there's the hand-cranked agitator. This little gadget is like a mini washing machine, but way more compact and powered by nothing but pure muscle. It's essentially a small tub with a paddle inside that you crank by hand to agitate your clothes. It might seem like a lot of work, but once you get the rhythm going, it's actually pretty efficient. And because it's so portable, it's perfect for small loads or when you're short on space. Imagine washing a load of laundry in the yard on a sunny day with the sound of birds chirping overhead. Pure bliss, right? The real genius behind these Amish laundry tools is their simplicity. They don't rely on electricity, so you don't have to worry about skyrocketing energy bills or waiting forever for your washer to finish its cycle. They're built to last, meaning you don't have to deal with constant repairs or upgrading to the latest model. And because they're portable, you can take them with you wherever you need to do your laundry, whether it's in a cozy kitchen, on the porch, or even out by the barn. These tools may not come with all the bells and whistles of a modern washing machine, but they get the job done faster and cheaper, all while keeping things eco-friendly. Plus, the Amish know that there's something satisfying about the process. It's not just about getting clothes clean, it's about the rhythm, the routine, and the time spent working with your hands. The best part? You don't need a ton of fancy technology to get the job done well. In the end, the Amish laundry setup is a perfect example of how sometimes going back to basics can lead to results that are faster, cheaper, and surprisingly better than all the high-tech solutions we've come to depend on. Homemade soap, the magic ingredient. Let's talk soap. But not just any soap, Amish soap. Forget the store-bought detergents full of chemicals, fragrances, and mystery ingredients. The Amish have been making their own soap for centuries, and honestly, I think we're missing out. It's simple, natural, and most importantly, it works wonders. So let's get into it and discover the magic ingredient that makes Amish Laundry Day so much easier and way cheaper. First, let's break down what goes into Amish homemade soap. At the core of it, you've got 3 basic ingredients: lye, animal fat, and essential oils. Yes, it's that simple. I know, animal fat sounds a little out there, but this combination of natural ingredients creates a soap that's tough on stains but gentle on fabrics. That means no harsh chemicals, no weird artificial scents, just pure, hard-working soap that gets the job done without all the extra stuff we don't need. Here's the cool part. Because they make it themselves, they control exactly what's going on in their clothes. No funky dyes, no skin-irritating fragrances, just good, old-fashioned, natural cleaning power. And let's be honest, how satisfying is it to know exactly what's in your soap? You don't have to worry about anything sneaky getting absorbed into your clothes or onto your skin. It's eco-friendly, safe, and oh yes, way cheaper than buying those fancy, overpriced bottles at the store. But wait, there's more! The Amish aren't stopping at just regular soap. They also make their own stain removers, and let me tell you, these DIY solutions are legit. No need to grab that overpriced, chemical-filled spray you find at the store. The Amish go all in with natural ingredients you probably already have at home. A little mix of baking soda, vinegar, and some elbow grease is all it takes to tackle those tough stains. Whether it's grass stains on the kids' clothes or grease from a backyard barbecue. Trust me, it works like a charm. Want to know why this works so well? The baking soda is a natural abrasive, which helps lift dirt from the fabric. Vinegar is your natural degreaser and deodorizer, breaking down oils and freshening things up without any harsh smells. And the best part? It's totally customizable. You can add a few drops of essential oils like lavender, tea tree, or peppermint to give it a pleasant, natural scent. Or you can keep it unscented, whatever floats your boat. What's even better is that making your own soap and stain remover is surprisingly satisfying. I know! It sounds like a lot of work at first, but once you've got the hang of it, it's kind of fun. Plus, it feels amazing knowing that you've made something with your own hands, something that's not only good for your clothes, but good for the environment too. I'm all about saving time and money, but I'm also a huge fan of anything eco-friendly. And making your own soap is definitely a step in the right direction. It reduces the need for single-use plastic bottles, cuts down on waste, and gives you a simple, effective product that's just better for you and the planet. And let's not forget the price. Have you looked at the cost of laundry detergent these days? It's kind of crazy. But making your own soap at home is ridiculously affordable. You can make a huge batch of soap and stain remover for a fraction of the cost of store-bought versions, and honestly, you'll probably end up with a better product. Plus, if you've got a few extra bars of homemade soap lying around, they make great gifts. There's just something super personal and thoughtful about gifting a product you made yourself. Water, the lifeline of laundry. Now let's talk about the unsung hero of Amish Laundry Day, water. Yes, I know. Water seems pretty basic, right? We just turn on a faucet and let the gallons flow. But for the Amish, water is far from an afterthought. It's the lifeline of their laundry routine, and they treat it like gold. Here's the kicker. The Amish don't have the luxury of an endless supply of water coming straight from the tap. Many of them rely on wells, hand pumps, or gravity-fed systems to source their water, meaning they're not wasting a single drop. No water bill to worry about, but also no infinite faucet to mindlessly run. Every time they wash clothes, there's a level of intention behind it that most of us don't even consider. And hauling water by hand? Yes, that's a workout in itself. But instead of seeing it as a hassle, the Amish embrace it. It's part of the rhythm of their day, part of staying active. And honestly, they seem to enjoy the physical challenge. But it gets even more interesting. When it comes to washing clothes, they don't just sort them by color. They're meticulous about sorting based on how dirty the clothes are. The least soiled items get washed first, and as the water gets more and more used, the dirtiest clothes get tossed in at the end. This ensures that the water is used efficiently, maximizing cleanliness while minimizing waste. Think about that for a second. The water gets reused, but nothing gets left behind. No excessive rinsing, no waste, just a super efficient system that would probably make any eco-warrior proud. Now don't get me wrong, this process isn't for the faint of heart. It's a serious workout. Carrying buckets, wringing out clothes, scrubbing stains with a washboard. If you're doing this by hand, your arms, legs, and back will definitely feel it. But here's the thing. The Amish see this as part of the process, not something to dread. It's a way of staying connected to the work, a way of staying active, and dare I say, it might even feel rewarding in the end. In a world where we're constantly looking for shortcuts, they've found a way to make something like laundry a mindful, efficient, and downright physical experience. Sure, it might take a little more effort, but there's something about that physicality that keeps them engaged with the task at hand. No distractions, no automated cycles. And honestly, it kind of makes you think, do we really need all the modern conveniences we've come to depend on? The Amish have been managing just fine without them. The art of line drying. Forget dryers. The Amish have mastered the art of line drying, and honestly, it's a game changer. Sure, it might seem like a simple task, but the way they do it, it's practically an art form. They don't just throw their clothes on a line and hope for the best. They know what they're doing. Picture this. Long lines strung up outside, stretching across wide open spaces, with clothes swaying gently in the wind under a wide open sky. The sun's warm glow casts a soft light on each piece of fabric, creating a natural freshness that no dryer could replicate. It's functional, yes, but it's also downright picturesque, like something out of a dream. There's something undeniably peaceful about it, just rows upon rows of clothes drying naturally under the sun, surrounded by rolling fields, chirping birds, and endless blue skies. It's not just laundry, it's a scene that feels timeless, like a connection to a simpler way of life that's been passed down through generations. The soft breeze moves the clothes in a delicate dance, each item flapping gently in the wind, almost as if it's breathing in the fresh air. It's a rhythmic process. First one shirt, then another, and another, each piece taking its turn on the line, slowly drying as the day moves forward. It's calm, it's orderly, and it's almost meditative. In a world where everything moves at lightning speed, there's something grounding about seeing laundry dry at its own pace, with no rush, no noise, and no mechanical hum. It's a tradition the Amish have perfected over time, one that's woven into their daily life and their connection to the land. They know the right moment to hang up their clothes when the sun is just high enough and the breeze is strong enough to work its magic. And the result? Clothes that smell like sunshine, that feel crisp, and that have that clean, fresh feeling you can't get from a dryer. But here's the thing. There's a whole science behind how the Amish do line drying. It's not just about slinging clothes over any old line. They're strategic. They understand how to space items to maximize airflow, so each garment gets the perfect amount of sunshine and breeze. Heavier fabrics like denim and towels go up early in the morning to catch the full day's sunlight, making sure they dry quickly and evenly. Lighter, more delicate items? They get hung up later in the day to avoid too much direct heat. This careful attention to detail means every load comes out crisp and fresh, not overexposed or stiff. And let's talk about rain. While most of us might get stuck with soggy clothes when the weather turns, the Amish have a solution for that too. Many Amish homes have covered porches or indoor drying racks that keep the drying process going, rain or shine. It's a smart backup plan that ensures laundry doesn't get delayed just because the skies open up. Line drying isn't just about the end result. It's a whole lifestyle. It's a chance to connect with nature, embrace the outdoors, and work with the elements instead of against them. Plus, it's way more energy efficient than relying on a dryer. You don't have to worry about high electricity bills or wear and tear on your machines. The sun and wind do the heavy lifting, and in return, you get clothes that smell fresh, feel crisp, and have that just-off-the-line charm. It's sustainable, practical, and kinda beautiful. Don't you think? Teamwork makes the dream work. Laundry day in an Amish home is anything but a solo mission. It's a full-on family affair, a well-oiled machine where everyone, from the youngest kids to the grandparents, pitches in. Picture this. The house is buzzing with activity, each person working with purpose and a clear role. One person scrubs stains, their hands moving with practiced precision on the washboard. Another is cranking the wringer washer, the rhythmic squeak of the rollers setting the pace. Outside, someone is hanging clothes on the line, making sure each item gets just the right amount of space to dry perfectly under the sun. There's a quiet energy to it all, as everyone works together in harmony. But here's the real magic of it. It's not just about getting the laundry done. For the Amish, Laundry Day is a time to connect, share responsibility, and be fully present with each other. It's about family. It's about teaching, learning, and passing down traditions that have been honed over generations. The tasks might seem simple, but they hold deep meaning, as they're woven into the fabric of everyday life. It's about the rhythm of the day, working together, accomplishing something as a team, and feeling a sense of pride in the effort it takes. This sense of shared responsibility is something that starts early. From a young age, kids aren't just given chores. They're taught how to do them well, with care and attention to detail. Laundry becomes one of those foundational skills that kids learn and grow with. They understand the effort it takes to get clothes clean, how to properly care for their belongings, and how to work alongside others in a group. It's a lesson in responsibility, patience, and teamwork that lasts a lifetime. This practice goes far beyond laundry. It's part of a larger culture of working together as a family and a community, where everyone has something valuable to contribute. Contrast this with the way we handle laundry today, tossing everything into a machine, pressing a button, and walking away. It's quick, it's easy, and it gets the job done, but it lacks the intentionality and connection that comes from doing the work together. The Amish take pride in the process, in the small actions that add up to a job well done. For them, laundry isn't just a chore, it's a tradition that holds value. It teaches kids the importance of hard work, the rewards of doing something with care, and the joy of being part of something larger than themselves. The beauty of it all is that Laundry Day, while being a necessary task, becomes more than just washing clothes. It's a time for the family to gather, for the older generations to teach the younger ones, and for everyone to pitch in to accomplish something together. There's no rushing through it or treating it like a nuisance. It's a chance to slow down, to be present, and to build lasting memories. And at the end of the day, when all the clothes are folded and put away, the satisfaction isn't just in the freshly washed clothes. It's in the connection, the teamwork, and the shared experience of spending time together as a family. This sense of unity is what truly makes Laundry Day a tradition, and the ultimate demonstration of how teamwork makes the dream work. The bigger picture. What's truly fascinating about Amish laundry practices is that they're about so much more than just clean clothes. They represent a deeper way of life, one that values simplicity, sustainability, and connection to the land and each other. By choosing to forego electricity and modern conveniences, the Amish embrace a lifestyle that focuses on saving money, reducing their environmental impact, and fostering a deep appreciation for the everyday tasks many of us overlook or take for granted. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not easy, it's not quick, but that's exactly the point. Laundry Day for the Amish isn't a race against time to check off a task. It's a slower, more intentional practice. For them, it's a reflection of their broader values: hard work, self-reliance, and a tight-knit sense of community. They don't look for shortcuts or high-tech gadgets to make life more convenient. Instead, they found beauty in the simple, the manual, the hands-on way of doing things. Sure, it might seem outdated by our standards, especially when you consider how quickly and effortlessly we can throw a load into the washer and move on to the next thing. But when you really dig into it, there's a lot we can learn from the Amish approach. For one, they've mastered the art of using what they have, whether that's crafting their own soap from scratch or getting the most out of every drop of water. It's about being mindful of resources and being responsible with the things we own, instead of just rushing through the motions and assuming we can replace things with a click of a button. Take a moment and think about how much we take for granted in our modern lives, how we let the washer do all the work, or how we're quick to discard things when they break instead of fixing them. The Amish, on the other hand, have learned to care for what they have and to be resourceful with what's available to them. And that's not just admirable, it's something we could all probably stand to learn a bit more about in our fast-paced, convenience-driven world. So next time you're tossing a load into the washer, maybe pause for a second and think about the Amish way of doing things. What could we gain by simplifying a little? By reducing waste, by being more intentional with our time, and by appreciating the effort it takes to care for our belongings. Maybe, just maybe, you'll feel inspired to try something different, whether it's making your own soap, cutting back on water use, or even giving a wringer washer a shot. Because at the end of the day, the Amish Laundry Day isn't just about clothes. It's about living a life that's mindful, meaningful, and connected to the world around us. There you have it, the secret behind how the Amish keep their laundry game strong without a single kilowatt of electricity. It's clever, it's cost-effective, and it's a reminder that sometimes the old ways really are the best ways. So what do you think? Ready to ditch your dryer and go full Amish? Let me know in the comments below.